Good morning, everybody. It's meteorologist Adrian weather forecast, and welcome back to the video, guys. I just want to say Happy Mother's Day, guys. Hope y'all guys are gonna have a wonderful day with your family and all that. Go ahead and tell your mom Happy Mother's Day, because they're the reason why we're all here. So hope you guys all have a wonderful Mother's Day, and yeah. So this is gonna be a forecast for the Mother's Day. What's gonna be happening on today. The main topic will be the severe weather that's going to be in for parts of southeast, and then a lot of rain and possible flooding into the northeast. So this is what's going to be mostly going on during Mother's Day. So everyone's just stay safe, and yeah. So let me show you guys the active alert. So we have two little areas in the country that are associated with the storm. We have the northeast and mid-Atlantic and the southeast. I would say the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic would be kind of together, but I guess you can say there's three parts of the country. But let's go into the Southeast, as the Southeast is going to get currently hit really hard. Let me just check over something. So yeah, we in that orange color right here in the Florida, near the Pensacola area and southern Alabama, we do have severe thunderstorm warnings in that orange area. And then this brownish kind of color with the red is a severe thunderstorm watch for parts near the Tallahassee area, southwestern Georgia, and at the southern little tip of Alabama. We do have flash flood warnings, we do have flood warnings for the south central part of Alabama near the Montgomery, near the Georgia border. And then all around, spreading from Louisiana to the Memphis area and to the Tupelo area, we do have flash flood warnings in small little counties, especially those counties that are connected to the Mississippi River. And then we have some flash flood watches for the Mobile area and near the Mississippi River, or near the Mississippi border of. And then we have some flash flood warnings, or flash flood advisories near the Jackson, Mississippi area. So that's what's going on in the southeast. Let's go near the Mid-Atlantic area. So in the Virginia Beach area, we do have flash flood watches, and then the northern part of North Carolina, that's where we have those too. Close to the Washington D.C. area in the West Virginia border, we have flash flood watches, and then flash flood warnings for the West Virginia mountains. Flash flood advisories for the New Jersey and Delaware area, and some flash flood warnings or flash flood advisories for the Northeast. So that's what's going on, like in the local advisories. But let's look at the quick radar. We're gonna be looking at the Southeast first, because it's gonna start to end quite soon in the Southeast, but in the Northeast it's gonna last till around Sunday or Tuesday. Sorry. So we're gonna have this low pressure system. That's where we're gonna have those. Right, this is why we had those flood warnings in the West Virginia mountains, as those there are gonna get really heavy rain, especially near the mountain areas. So that can be possible. Maybe some landslides possible, but we have some possible really strong bands near the Montgomery area where we have those flood warnings. So you can see similarity where we had those flood warnings as of right now, where you see that radar. So we have some rain stretching from the south of my area. We have quite a bit of rain for the Atlanta area. A really strong band that's about to get into the Mobile area. So Mobile can have some really strong storms. But again, this storm's going to be, right now it's going to be really complex, as this storm's starting to fall apart. So we have little bands all over the area. So it's going to be very complex. So you can get a band, maybe you can probably just get 2 bands a day, or maybe sometimes you get 8 bands a day today. But as we go more into the day, near the evening area, we have some really strong bands for the central part of Alabama. We have some areas near the southern part of Mississippi, some really strong bands on the western part, or the eastern part of Alabama. This is where we can have those really strong bands south of the Clemson area, and then just north of the Atlanta area. And so we're going to have the possible near the Wilmington area in North Carolina. We can have some possible strong bands too. As we go on into the Monday, it's going to be very scattered, like a lot of little rain bands all over the place. It's going to be very complex. As we go to Monday, it's going to really fall apart, and it's going to be going on in the Atlantic Ocean. So that's what's going on in the southeast today. Now let's go to the northeast, as the northeast might last a bit more than today. But right in the next hour or so, we're gonna have a really strong band from those West Virginia mountains to the south central area of the Pennsylvania. We're gonna have it the most amount of rain is gonna be east of the Pittsburgh area. We're gonna have some really strong bands for they're not going to be really strong bands. We're just going to have light to moderate rain stretching from the Boston area to the Buffalo area. Possible light to moderate rain. The most amount of rain could be near the southern New Jersey area, and then we're going to have those strong bands stretching with those Appalachian mountains that will really bring some rain to the northeast in the next hour or so. Let's go as we move on to today. It's really gonna go into the New England area really hard. Providence gonna get really hard. It's gonna start hitting Boston as we go more into tomorrow. But today it's gonna be very more of a mid-Atlantic area. But as we go more to the tomorrow, it's really gonna go into the northeast really hard, especially in the New Jersey area. Really strong bands of rain, but it's not gonna be severe over here in these New England areas. It's just gonna be the rain's really gonna fall down at a fast rate. So as we go more into the Tuesday area, it's really gonna start to fall apart. The late Monday area, it's really gonna start to fall apart. Near the Virginia Beach area, it's gonna be possible severe weather. Might have some two bands or so. This one and then another band forming in, but Virginia Beach can have some severe weather late tomorrow. A lot of scattered rain showers for the Pittsburgh area or for the Pennsylvania area. Little bands of rain. Some areas can actually get rain from every 5 minutes or so. Then we're gonna have another system form in to bring some more rain for the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast. So then we're gonna have that other system that formed in near the Detroit area, and then that's gonna bring a lot more rain for the New England area. Not really for the Pennsylvania or the Mid-Atlantic area. It's gonna bring little small bands in those areas, but it's gonna bring the most amount of rain from that New England area to the Syracuse area in New York. But the most amount of rain will be near Providence, and then some southern tip of the New York area on Tuesday. So we're gonna have two systems in. One will bring actually some possible snow for the mountains in New Hampshire and Vermont and upstate New York. But we can have some really strong rain off the Boston and Portland area in Maine. And so Tuesday we'll have two systems forming in this weekend or early this week and this weekend from this early next week. So we can have two systems for the Northeast, which is really rare to have two systems one after another in the Northeast. That's what you usually see in the Southeast. So guys, let's check out the day one. So we're gonna have the biggest chance of having severe weather is gonna be on that slight chance. Sorry guys, we're gonna have that biggest severe weather off more like into the coast of the Atlantic Ocean, and then a bit more into the central part of Georgia and South Carolina. But that margin of risk is gonna stretch from Virginia Beach area all the way to the coast of just a couple miles east of the New Orleans area. So we have Jacksonville, Charlotte, New Orleans, Atlanta, and Raleigh in that marginal, which has a marginal risk of having severe weather. So most likely gonna have just outer bands and maybe one or two bands today. But those areas in the slight chance will have the biggest chance of having severe weather. Like we saw with the Virgin Beach and the northern part of North Carolina, we had those really strong bands start to form in over there. So we have Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Chesapeake, Virginia, Richmond, and Columbus, Georgia. So we had more of those southern parts of Georgia and Alabama and the South Carolina. So we go tomorrow. We will not have really severe weather for the Northeast, as it's just going to be really heavy rain, not really like severe weather, because we're also going to have some snow in there. So not a really low chance to have severe weather there. But tomorrow we're going to have some really severe weather. Some scattered little bands for the Texas area. So let's take a look at the precipitation for the Southeast now. So we're gonna actually have a lot of precip, not a lot of precip compared to Southeast, but it's gonna be a lot of precip for one day in the Southeast. So we can actually hit the 2.5 inches in that Asheville area, in the Tennessee mountains. We can actually have some really good amount of rain. So we're gonna have that little pattern that's gonna bring the most amount of rain, that Appalachian Mountains, and then we saw that with the like West Virginia and Virginia area, and then we're gonna actually have a very strong band or a very our band of some really strong rain from the parts of the eastern Georgia and western Alabama, that we can have about 2 inches to around 3 inches, and then near the Alabama Mississippi border we have a good chance of having 2.5 inches, and then we can have a little band from Miami all the way to south of Jacksonville area that can bring up to about 1.5 inches, and then northern Georgia, including me, about 1.6 inches today. Raleigh can get about less than an inch, and then the Clemson area, or north of the Clemson area, we can have a good amount of rain. So it's going to be more of those near that mountain areas, and then to the south of those mountain areas. So it's going to go from like near the southern part of Alabama and Mississippi all the way to the northern part of Georgia. So this is where we can also see that very big amount of rain for the West Virginia and Maryland border. Quite a lot of rain there. We can have up to 2.5 inches to possibly 3, and then we have a good amount of rain for those Appalachian Mountains. We're gonna have quite a bit of rain for the near the Portland area. We can actually have about 1.2 inches, and then we can have a very good amount actually in that New Jersey area where we saw that really heavy rain start to go in there. So we can actually have most amount of rain in that coastal area in the Atlantic Ocean that can actually reach up to 2 inches, and then we can have a good amount in that New England area, at least about 1 inch, and then a good amount of rain for the northern part or north of Pittsburgh. We can have a very good amount of rain. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. So that's what's going to happen mostly today on Mother's Day and early next week. But we're going to have some severe weather from the southeast. Sorry guys. There's some severe weather stretching from the southeast to the northeast. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please enjoy this day with your family and all that, because that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, hopefully everyone stays safe, and please do not forget to like and subscribe, and see you guys in the next video.